All right, welcome back. I think this is the third part for the day, and also the third part ever for this series. Where did we leave off? So I had just been extending the menu functionality. I'll show you what we have here. We have our focusing working, we have auto wrap working, and focus neighbors also work. When we select fight, we go to the enemy menu to select the target. We haven't gotten beyond that. We can back out and go back to the menu. Let's work on these ATB bars. Let's get that open. Zoom in a bit. I gotta say, I'm really liking Godot 4. There's definitely a ton of improvements, and I'm enjoying it. And it really hasn't been too bad to get used to it. So, the ATB bar, you can do this. We just do value equals rand f range. So it's going to be min value, max value. So if we rerun, all these bars should be at different positions, see? And then in process, I'm not going to be using delta. Process, we're going to do const speed base. What equals, say, like 0.5. And value plus equals speed base. And we don't want to allow greater or lesser. So these should just be incrementing every step. That's pretty cool. I might even slow that down a bit. Later on, we'll factor in a speed of the player or the actor. So that's good. When we hit that, we need to tell the game. Or rather, let's think about what we need to tell. Like, where do we communicate that that ATB bar is ready? First, let's take a look at our signals. So we probably want, I don't know why that's not going away. That's annoying. I have to like go out there. That seems like a bug. Right, like it's not letting me, when I go down, that should be changing, right? I gotta say, there's a lot of goofy bugs like that I've encountered already, and I've only been using Godot 4 for a few hours. So compared to 3, there's dumb crap like that. Like that should not, that window should be going away. Let's see if it works now. No, like see, when you hover over, that should be changing. Oh, Godot, Godot, Godot. Anyway, we want value changed. And we're going to connect it to ourself. And I wonder if that's an issue with value being a built-in. I wonder if we'll get a warning about that. Or yeah, like how funny is that that it doesn't consider that? But maybe we should be, hey cats, come on, don't be going after leaves, scratching up my screens. Do we want it on the ATB bar? I think we do. We're gonna do that for now, or just do like n. All right, why not? So on value changed, we'll put new value. Okay. No, I take it back. We'll just use that. We don't need it. Value page step. Yeah, we have to use that value changed. We could just check it in process. So maybe we'll do that instead. Do this. If value is greater than or equal to. That's still built in. Value is equal to prox max value. I'm gonna grab my coffee. I'll be right back. Alright, so it looks like is equal to prox is now probably a built-in. Yeah. Let me just do value. I kind of like that. So if value reaches max value, we want to process false. And emit signal max value reached. Oh, I gotta. No, that's the same. Okay. That's all you have to do. Emit signal still takes the string. Is there no way to omit the callable? So yeah, let's do that. That's better. See, I'm still getting used to this, and then we do emit. So you have all of these, which is really nice. And that way you get autocomplete. Love it. I'm guessing with emit you would send through the arguments there. Yeah, cool. Very nice. So ATB set up. We probably want to animate it. Let's do that. Okay. So let's worry about the player for now. ATB bar, you can see we have that custom signal now. Max value reached. I'm wondering if the battle player bar needs that. Or if we can just send it up. No, we'll give it to them. So they need a script. I don't need all that crap. We're going to connect that up to battle player bar. And or I could put, like, call this filled. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to change this crap. Control R, change that to filled. And then we go back here. We want to send that up. All right. I just think that sounds better. ATB bar filled. And what do we need? Let's look at our battle. We want to animate this whole thing. And I think for now, we probably want to get a animation player or an animation player. Let's call it highlight. I'm going to take the do the entire modulate, and what's the that's interesting that the snap ratio is so different now. That's all right. So we do that. At the half second, we're going to be 0 alpha. Or no, I'm sorry, not 0 alpha. go about there. We're just kind of like blinking it a bit. Wrap should be on by default, looping by default. I can test it here, Shift D. You can see how it's flashing to indicate that they are the active player. That's just a really easy animation there. And then we want to go and play reset. I think by default on ready, we're going to play that. So first I need to get that reference. Remember, we're in Godot 4, we have to put the at before on ready. I'm just going to call this Anim. And play highlight. And here we're going to do anim.play reset. Just make sure it's always reset. And I think we actually have to check. That's incorrect. Because we only want to highlight the active player. But see, these are all going to be highlighting now. So really, when we do that, we want to send it up to battle. And we'd be like, yo, battle, I'm ready. Put me in, coach. So we're going to need plus ATB queue. I think we talked about this before I left off. Let's also get the event queue prepared. So when this is ready, I'll do signal. Let's just say ready. Or no, it's built in, isn't it? Let's see. I think, yeah, ready. So we would have to use like ATB ready. And so instead of doing that, I'm going to save that for later. But we will do ATB ready. Oops, dot init. So we're passing that up to battle. I think. Can I select all of them and do? No, you can't do it that way. So I think we'll just do it through code in battle. Like for player in. Did I not make that menu yet? When I said, did I make that menu yet, I meant, did I get that reference yet, which I hadn't. Dot get buttons. So for each player, we're going to do player dot ATB ready dot connect. And we send the callable, which is going to be on player ATB ready. So I'm going to take that. Also, we're going to need the player. I'll type that later. We put that through. I guess we could just bind it. Bind the player there as an argument. And player is going to be, for now, just a texture button. And do this. If ATBQ, no. Add actor to ATB. So we have to make that. It's actually going to be an issue. We need the actor data, but for now we'll just use the button. Yeah, I think we need to make actor data right now. For now, let's do this. If ATB queue dot empty, then actor dot this is incorrect. It's on this. Copy that. Put that there. And maybe we don't need that right now. So we can toggle highlight. Empty is empty. And so we highlight and we want to show options. We're actually not going to focus on that right now. And focus on the top. Else, we're going to add them to the queue. And then we can run through the ATB queue after that. Player. Is that not right? So I have the wrong menu. That's my fault. Or rather, this isn't a menu. Just we have to get this. Players. Those. I don't know, something like that. And let's see. That needs to be options menu, and also the ATB bar max value times 0.75. So it'll never be able to go beyond 75% at start. So you can see we're highlighting that player, and we have all these. The problem is all the players are highlighting. And it's because of this. it's empty, do that. But always add the player. Maybe. Yeah. Another idea. So for this thing, let's look at our theme. Also, you don't have to copy everything I'm doing verbatim. In fact, that would probably not be as fun. So what I'm going to do is, first I want to copy that color. And then I'm just going to make it white. If we do local to scene, I think we can modulate it. By so how do we access that? I lost that color. That's all right. We can find it again. See if that works. So it should be white until it fills. Okay, it's changing all of them, so that doesn't work. That local to scene is not doing it. How about instead of that, it's going to go over the whole bar, which isn't ideal, but it doesn't matter because we can't see the background anyway. Why does that crash? What? Oh, because the viewport isn't active. How can I check if null value? Oh, that's a tricky one. Click on menu. We're gonna need tree exiting. And so for exiting, we don't want to do that. That should, yeah, that fixes my reload code. Cool. You can see how we randomize that. They turn yellow when they reach the completion, but we're only highlighting the one that's actually ready. I think the ATB bar I also want to animate. I don't want an animation tree, I want an animation player. And new. Now this one I think is going to be a little bit faster. I'm actually going to grab that color. I'm going to paste that in. And what I want to do is, instead of doing that crap, is we're just going to modulate between those two. We'll set this to double the length. And we want to make sure we always reset it. And we need to get a reference to it. Get rid of that. Play. Highlight. And then up here. Okay. Doesn't look like it's working. just to see. Let's do that. I just want to see what's happening. Oh, I didn't turn on loop. I just want to modify that a bit. Let's actually not animate the ATB bar right now. We will set it to yellow though. So I'm going to go back a bit so I can grab that. And also we'll just rock that. And we're going to add a reset. That's going to be value equals min value. And set process to true. And mod equals color dot white. So if I pick an enemy, we want to go to the next in the ATB queue. So that's going to look like battle. It's a window default. So I'm looking at the wrong one. Need that. We need enemies button pressed. We need players button pressed. Let's focus on the players for right now. Oh no, sorry. Enemies, we're just going to advance to the ATB queue. Same thing here. You'd make advanced event queue, ATB queue. I think that's what we want. Let's take a look at what we have in here. So we remove the top, then we want to get the front. Actually, we're going to do pop at. Oh, we have pop at front? Is that right? There we go. So we pop front, that's going to be and so we're going to do current player dot highlight false. And actually we're going to make reset. It's going to be highlight false, and then we're going to call on our ATB bar. And so we do that, then we want to get I think we just do HBQ dot front dot highlight. Let's need to hide that cursor. All right, cool. So we pick an enemy. We need to refocus as well. Let's just reload. Front up highlight. I might as well do that. Else. And the menu cursor. We could probably just hide it. Be nice if we could manually do that. Let's do that up here. And need that. Just trying to hide the cursor when we don't need it. I think this we could do like something like that. I don't know if that'll work. No, it doesn't. You can still see the cursor. But our cue seems to work. Let's look at viewport and see if there's a way to see if I don't know, a way to handle focus exiting. What? Why is that not showing up? GUI release focus. Okay, so there's no way to check if we lose it. I think we're just going to make a globals. We'll just get a reference to it. What? Is it really not? So we can just do cursor.hide. Here we also want to release, which I think another control will be able to receive. I think we have to call that on the focus owner, but we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, it seems to be working. I can't press on the buttons. And our cursor hides. Everything looks good. Great, so now we can get to actually performing events. Which is where we'll be using these buttons. So let's think about that. We have these enemy buttons and we have these player buttons. How I usually handle their data is that I would have a data class that these guys will have. And then we can just impact the data. So let's go ahead and get that going. Let's create new resource. Or no, it's just a script, I think. And let's check this out. I think we want ref counted. We might want resource, but let's take a look. I didn't mean to save this new script. We're going to call this battle actor. Okay. Let's take a look at ref counted. Holy crap, that's a lot of inherited buys. I think we might need to do resource. That way we get duplicate. Might be the way. So let's just get rid of that crap. It's going to be oops. You can combine those, but I just think that's a little bit cleaner. We're clamping it so it can't go beyond 0 or HP max. We want to emit signal, HP changed. And I think we want to do both the HP and the change. The change we're going to get start again equals HP. And change equals, after we clamp it, start, let's do HP start. It's going to be minus HP, right? Or HP minus HP start. Yeah. We can use the change for things like drawing the hit text to show the value of the damage. And then we use HP for updating GUI aspects. So now, in battle, we can use that. But first we need to get these battle actor resources in place. So maybe it's a good time to start thinking about enemies. And I think I'm going to modify how I handle making that data. Before I had all of my data classes in a giant data script. I don't know if I like that. So we'll try something different, and we'll play it by ear to see how it works. So I'm just going to call this enemies. And we're going to give it a var data. It's going to be a dictionary, and it'll look like that. And let's look at some enemy art. Let's just grab something from here. Do I have my enemies in here? No. Let's just make a really goofy enemy. I think I have some in here, actually. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get janky with it. I do think in art we're gonna have a new folder. Call that enemies. And enemies, so let's call this goofball. And that's gonna be now actor.new. And what I want to do here is rename that to goofball. Do data. Need to grab some of my old functions here. And utility static. I'll tell you what, let's just drag those into the jam. Let's make a new utility folder. I'm not just going to drag everything in there because I know a lot of my utility stuff from Godot 3 is not going to work right. So I'm going to really quickly just clean this up. I don't know if we need that anymore. Reparent is built in. We don't need that. We also don't need these ran range things. Rand F range? Is that what they... Yeah. This is now called ref counted. I don't even know what that would be now. We'll have to come back to that. Parse spec to dictionary. Okay. That's util math. Don't need that. That's built in. I think these are built in as well now. Get rid of that. Get rid of all this. It's all built in. I was just ahead of my time. Okay. Stepify. Okay, I guess they've changed the name of that. It's going to be snap F. We don't need that in anymore, I'll think. No, sorry, we do. Well, wait, if spreads int, then no. Get rid of that. You don't have to worry too much about what I'm doing here. It's mainly just translating some old code I had from Godot 3 to this. And the main thing I wanted was I have this script to get set keys to names. We're going to use that. I also want to rename these to fit with the convention, so we're just going to go lowercase. And so back to enemies, we call util dot, oh sorry, it's lowercase. Does that work? No, they're capitalized as a class name. It's going to be data. So battle actor is going to need a name. Put, like, yeah, that's fine. Hi. So now the enemy, battle enemy. Can I just do, let me try this. It'd be really cool if I could do something like, but it have to be constant, and these can't be constant, so I can't do that. So we're gonna have to make enemies and auto load. Well, they call it globals now. Invalid name. It's because I have to save that. Whew. There you go. There we go. Now, when ready, we need to send in that data in the enemy texture. I could also just default it. If we open this up, we can now sub in the goofball. And for some reason, I can't move that. There we go. So there's goofball. We don't need that modulate anymore. And let's see how they work on the layout. All right. Focusing is not working as well now. I think it's because they're overlapping. It just really doesn't like these things overlap. All right. Yeah, that seems better. All right, so when we come back, we will actually work on the event queue, where we send events through, and then we'll loop through them on a timer. But that'll always be happening concurrently with the ATB queue, right? So it's like a more dynamic battle system than having all of your players choose their actions and then just doing speed rolls and going through it that way. I think we can probably hide that for now, just so it looks more like the real thing. All right, I'll see you next time. Good luck making that game. Please let me know if you have any questions. Take care.